Today we're covering some of the very best motorcycle roads in Europe, the legendary passes of the Central Alps. I'm talking high altitude twists, breathtaking views, and a mix of both, hidden gems and iconic rides. But here's the big questions: are all of them really worth the hype? Stick around as I rank Europe's top 10 motorcycle passes in the Central Alps, highlight which ones you should not miss, and I will let you know which ones may not be worth your time. What's up, my biker friend? Today we're diving into the Central Alps, a region that's home to some of the most thrilling and scenic motorcycle passes in Europe. Whether you're chasing adrenaline on tight switchbacks, the beauty of high altitude views, or just the pure joy of carving through alpine roads, the Central Alps has it all. What makes a motorcycle pass truly unforgettable? For me, it's the perfect combination of challenging curves, stunning scenery, and the sense of freedom that you only get when riding through surreal landscapes. Today we will explore the top 10 motorcycle passes in the Central Alps, from the iconic spots like the Stelvio Pass to the more underrated passes you might not know. These roads are bucket list material for any rider, and I would share what makes each of these passes unique, which ones are unmissable, and even point out a few that might not live up to the hype. So whether you're planning your next big ride or are just here to dream a little, stick around. Let's uncover which alpine passes deserve a spot on your riding map and set the stage for your ultimate motorcycle adventure. When we're talking top 10 passes, we have to start with the Stelvio Pass, often called the crown jewel of the Alps and probably the most famous pass in the Alps. Back in 2008, the Stelvio gained widespread international acclaim courtesy of the immensely popular British automotive TV show Top Gear. The presenter hailed the Stelvio Pass in Italy as one of the premier driving roads in Europe. Numerous lists have since recognized it as one of the finest places globally to experience an exhilarating drive. With 48 iconic switchbacks on the northern side, it's not just a ride, it's an achievement. From the top, the panoramic views of the Ortler Alps will leave you speechless, making it a bucket list destination for any rider. Next up is the Tremola, Switzerland's cobblestone masterpiece. This cobblestone paved pass road was originally constructed from 1827 to 1832 and later underwent reconstruction in 1951, presenting the appearance it maintains today. The Tremola provides a journey back in time to an era when stagecoaches traversed the exact same road from 1830 for the following 50 years. Today, you will share the road with vintage cars and fellow motorcycle enthusiasts. Stretching 11 kilometers, the Tremola features 37 bends, 24 of them tight hairpin turns. The road is relatively steep, reaching a maximum gradient of 13% on some ramps. Regarded as Switzerland's longest historical monument, traveling this historic road offers a unique experience that cannot be found anywhere else in the Alps. It's a challenging ascent, but the combination of history and scenery make it unforgettable. The Timmelsjoch, or Passo del Rombo as it's called on the Italian side of the pass, is a personal favorite of mine. Starting in a forested section, the road transitions into wide sweeping turns and steep alpine hairpins as you ascend to the summit at 2,474 meters. The views are nothing short of spectacular, and the serenity of this road is unmatched compared to the busier alpine roads. If you're seeking a ride that balances stunning scenery with technical variety, the Timmelsjoch is an absolute must. The Gavia Pass is a road for adventurers. Narrow and dramatic, this pass offers a raw, unfiltered experience of the Alps. With steep drops and barely any guardrails, it's a ride that demands focus, but rewards you with a sense of solitude and incredible views. While the Stelvio Pass may steal the limelight, I believe the Gavia surpasses it in many ways. The solitude of this pass, combined with the raw and rugged landscape, make it for an unforgettable journey. You will feel as you have discovered a secret hidden in the Alps, and the ride will leave you with memories that rival any of the more famous passes. The Passo di Giao is all about elegance and flow. With 29 smooth curves and unrivaled view of the Dolomites, this pass is as much about the joy of riding as it is about the scenery. The Passo di Giao holds a special place among my favorite passes in the Alps, not only for the exhilarating ride to the summit from any direction, but the pass is also one of the most beautiful in the Dolomites. Reaching an elevation of 2,338 meters, the peak of the pass offers one of the most captivating panoramic views in the Dolomites. At 2,501 meters, the Umbrail Pass is the highest paved road in Switzerland and is situated on the Swiss-Italian border. With 35 hairpin turns and a gradients up to 14%, this pass offers a challenging yet incredibly rewarding ride. Its narrow road and the lack of guardrails add an element of excitement, but it's the tranquility of the lesser-known gem that makes it truly special. Its proximity to the famous Stelvio Pass makes this another underrated pass, but I find the ride experience to exceed that of its famous neighbor, and usually it has a lot less traffic than the busy Stelvio Pass. The Dolomites provide an incredible density of spectacular mountain passes, making it challenging to narrow down the best. However, for me, the Pordoi Pass undeniably earns its place in the top 10. The Pordoi Pass is a true motorcycling treasure in the Dolomites. With 65 perfectly engineered turns packed into just 22 kilometers, this road is a paradise for riders who crave technical precision and smooth flow. The wide sweeping curve and the constant elevation changes create a rhythm that is as exhilarating as it is satisfying. But it's not just about the ride. The scenery here is breathtaking, with towering peaks like the Cellar Group and the Marmolada Glacier framing your journey. The Pordoi Pass is the kind of road that you want to ride over and over again, simply because it's that good. The San Bernardino Pass offers a mix of modern tunnels and the original curvier road. Opt for the old road to experience its tight corners and picturesque views. It's a perfect blend of technical riding and alpine beauty, with fewer crowds than the big-name passes. The San Bernardino Pass is one of my top favorite passes in Switzerland. The winding road with 40 hairpin turns ascends to a high mountain plateau from the north, where you'll find a picturesque mountain lake and a cozy cafe, perfect for a mid-ride break. Whether you're approaching from the south or the north, the journey to the summit is packed with stunning vistas and thrilling twists. As most traffic passes through the tunnel, it's also not as crowded as some of the other alpine passes on this list. The Grimsel Pass is all about contrast. You ride between dramatic rocky landscapes and glittering reservoirs, with smooth wide roads that are a joy to ride. Its high-altitude views are among the most breathtaking in the Central Alps. The Grimsel Pass is hailed as one of Switzerland's most iconic mountain passes, offering a perfect combination to the Furka Pass and the Susten Pass. The road seems to have been artfully drawn into the landscapes, winding along sparkling reservoir lakes that provide a marvelous sight. At the summit of the Grimsel Pass, a cozy cafe awaits, a perfect spot to stop for a break. The Passo di Gardena or Grödnerjoch is a gateway to the Dolomites' famous Cellar Group. This road combines gentle curves with jaw-dropping views, making it a more relaxed ride compared to some of the steeper passes on this list. My favorite approach is from the west, where the road opens up to reveal stunning views of the Dolomites' rugged peaks. As part of the famous Sala Ronda, the Passo di Gardena showcases the Dolomites' charm and beauty, leaving a lasting impression on every rider who takes it on. When planning your motorcycle journey through the Central Alps, these passes are an absolute must-ride for the uniqueness, the technical challenge and the breathtaking scenery. However, some may require careful timing and some even have better alternatives to make the most out of your experience. So let's break it down. The Stelvio Pass is a bucket list pass for many, but during peak hours in the summer it can feel more like a parking lot than a riding paradise. Midday, the road is often packed with cars, RVs and cyclists. If you are in the area at midday, consider riding the Umbrail Pass instead, which offers a less crowded but equally spectacular alternative. To fully enjoy the Stelvio, aim for the early morning or late evening. The Passo di Gardena and Podoi Pass are both Dolomite gems that are breathtaking, but their popularity can lead to overwhelming crowds, especially in August when Italy's summer holidays are in full swing. If you find yourself here during the midday, plan your ride for the early mornings or consider exploring quieter roads nearby to avoid traffic and congestion. While the Grimsel is a classic in the Central Alps, its relatively wide southern ascent can feel less thrilling as compared to its neighboring passes. Instead, consider riding the Forker or Susten Pass for more technical roads and equally stunning scenery. These smaller roads deliver the kind of intimate alpine experience that motorcyclists crave. If you want more tips on planning your next motorcycle adventure, or if you're interested in joining me on one of my guided tours, head over to my website for more details. Links in the description. By the way, my guided motorcycle tour through the Central Alps will include all of these breathtaking passes. They're excellently planned to ensure that you experience them at the best times of the day, away from the crowds and with the most stunning views. Do you wonder what it's like to experience these major passes on a motorcycle tour? Then check out this video for my last guided tour through the Central Alps.